Hello, everyone.
Hello, teacher.
How's it going? Did you enjoy your lunch?
Such a hurry runs
Uh, why not? Why?
because my mom finished cooking at 12:30, so I have to eat
Ah,
before the class.
okay. So what did she prepare for you?
ผัดผักกาดขาวครับ
Ah, okay. Very simple, no? Right?
Yep.
Okay. On Chinese cabbage, it's easy to eat, no? And easy to cook, right?
Yes, it's delicious when cooked with fish sauce
Oh yeah,
and
right.
shrimp.
This menu is quite popular, no?
Yes.
Okay. How about the others? Thank you very much for answering. How about the others? Did you have lunch?
And eating now, teacher.
Oh, you're eating now. Okay. Enjoy your meal now. What are you eating?
It's like a chicken fry. And
Okay. Oh, talking about fried chicken. Did you see anything? Texas chicken. Did you see it?
this like a news. I didn't follow the news now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's they are offering the buffet style Texas chicken. Yeah. But I don't know how many hours they are giving to you now. Yeah, but it's 279 and you can eat like lots of chicken fries and I don't know some other menus. Yeah, if you like Texas chicken, so you may give it a try.
Okay, I will try this. Maybe it's like a good promotion.
Oh yeah, right. They have like a combo set something like that, like KFC or other brands as well, nah? Like McDonald's, KFC as well. So I hope today is gonna be quite informative class, nah? Because this class we are going to talk. We are going to hear, different cultures from different countries. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Anyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't know who's gonna be the leader now, but it should be it should be fun for this class now. Okay, if you are ready นะครับ so I'll just give the floor to the leader and see how things go.
Okay, teacher, can I have a screen, please?
Sure, you can just share.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see.
Guten Tag. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to flight BM2021, Away Airline. My name is Captain Quinn Mungatore. We will take care of you till the end of the flight. We have now started our flight from Suvarnabhumi International Airport. Our destination is Munich International Airport, Germany. Right now, our flight time is 1 p.m. on 5th November, and we will arrive at Munich local time 9 p.m. on 5th November. Please make yourself comfortable and enjoy your flight. Thank you.
Guten Tag สวัสดีค่ะท่านผู้โดยสารทุกท่านยินดีต้อนรับเข้าสู่ไฟลท์ BM 2021สายการบินอเวจีดิฉันนางสาวนาเดียทวีพงศธรเป็นผู้ช่วยกัปตันค่ะขณะนี้เรากำลังจะขึ้นจากท่าอากาศยานนานาชาติสุวรรณภูมิปลายทางของเราคือท่าอากาศยานนานาชาติมิวนิกประเทศเยอรมนีขณะเครื่องออกเป็นเวลา 13 นาฬิกาวันที่ 5 พฤศจิกายนและเราจะถึงท่าอากาศยานมิวนิกเวลาท้องถิ่น 21 นาฬิกาวันที่ 5 พฤศจิกายนค่ะสายการบินอเวจีหวังเป็นอย่างยิ่งว่าผู้โดยสารทุกท่านจะได้รับความสะดวกสบายและความสุขตลอดการเดินทางของเราขอบคุณค่ะ
Hey, area steward. Lieutenant Mekasi Park. Nice to meet you guys.
I am Tanaka Sen. I will be taking care of you till the end of the flight.
And me, Moramed Vanathanaswan, will be your steward for the rest of the flight.
And I am your last air hostess. My name is Nenakathana Moramed. For your safety and comfort, please remain fit with your seatbelt until the captain turn off the floating seat profile and turn off your phone. Please check around your seat for any personal belongings you may have brought on with you. If you require any assistance, please remain in your seat. One of our crew members will then be pleased to assist you. Thank you.
Cabin crew, prepare for takeoff. Okay. First thing first, in our airline, I would like to have some kind of entertainment to grab the passenger attentions. Please, everyone who has the phones, open the website called Kahoot. So we just start the game. Kahoot game. Now waiting for the game pin. The game pin is 3284279. Anyone who wants to join, please type in the kahoot.com and type this pin to start the game. Teacher can also join. That will be so pleased.
Okay, thank you. That should be fun.
ก็อันนี้จะเป็นเกมคาฮุดนะครับก็ถ้าเพื่อนๆมีโทรศัพท์หรือว่ามีคอมพิวเตอร์หรือมี iPad อยู่ใกล้ๆก็เข้ามากดพินตรงนี้แล้วก็กดพิน3284279ได้นะครับผมเว็บไซต์คาฮุดครับผมแล้วก็เดี๋ยวตัวคำถามก็จะขึ้นให้หลังจากนี้นะครับ Okay, many players are logged in this website. We have many different names that's so interesting, like Love Germany 10. I don't know what is 10 numbers mean. We have Who I Am. I don't know who you are too. We have Munich. We have รักพ่อ We have มีคนกตัญญูเข้ามานะฮะ We have Ming. We have many ones. I will wait until like 20s, so we can start the game now.
Yeah, give it some time. Maybe the internet connection is a little bit slow.
ได้ฮะเดี๋ยวก็จะรอถึงสักบ่ายโมง20นะครับรอเพื่อนเข้ามาก่อน
Some users they are some user looks very happy, you know. From the mail, right?
Like we have emoji left,
Yeah.
cat lion.
Also, like a phrase of the song, nah.
You can adjust songs. We have disco songs too. We have 18 webs.
Somebody still in the Halloween vibes, no?
Okay, I think we have quite a lot of people here, so I think we should start now.
Yes.
Okay. Here we are at the first questions. What is our flight numbers? If you hear us clearly, you can hear the numbers of our flight.
Oh my God.
You have just 5 seconds to remember. Our flight number is BM 2021. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Rapport is the first one. What is the name of our co-pilot?
Oh my God.
We have her face presented in front of me. Maybe you can guess in her face. Like maybe
I'm pretty sure she's Diana.
Who answered Mr. Yosiri?
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know how to fly the plane.
Oh, we have.
Wow.
Wow.
I can't read the names. I'm not sure how to read it. Fight and the 4K. What is our destination? I'm not sure. Maybe Jermush, or maybe Little, or maybe what? Okay, Germany.
Doolittle.
Okay, Germany. To specific, we are going to Munich International Airport. In Germany, we have many airports like Munich or Berlin. Yeah, but our destination is Munich. Okay. Rapport is always the first.
Very fast, so that's why
Very fast.
this passenger must have very good internet connection.
Yeah, or maybe he has a good participation, like he focuses every time. Okay. So the next questions. How to say good evening in German? I have spoke this language like good evening before the flight. The first thing I said in the beginning, if you can remember.
Dange. For sure, dange.
Okay, gluten mit นะครับหรือว่าพูดย่อๆว่า gluten tag นะครับเป็นgood evening ในภาษาเยอรมันนะครับ oh Rapor is I think he's miss these questions we have new stars here okay let's move on to the next questions this one is a little bit harder you have just only 10 seconds to think so please be fast our passenger is clever ก็คือ this picture is the picture of German in this picture the right one is the picture of Poland and the two below is Thailand and Bangkok as you know Olimsa is I don't know how to spell his name
Olimsa.
Olimsa
She's might this person might be like one of the family member of Olympus, no?
Yes Olimsa
Yeah. Greek god.
Okay, the next questions. What is the capital cities in Germany? We have Wolfsburg, Berlin, Munich, or maybe Bangkok.
Yeah, there must be Bangkok.
Yeah, maybe Bangkok. Okay, the correct answer is Berlin. Many ones thinks actually first I think the capital cities of Germany is Munich, but when I Google it, it is Berlin.
Yeah, Berlin.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
I
I
still
kind of understand them because Munich is very famous. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people think Pattaya is capital city of Thailand.
Exactly. Similar, something like that, huh?
Yeah. Okay, move to the next questions. This is a bit of like เหมือนเป็นความรู้รอบตัวนะฮะ What is not originate in Germany? Maybe Fanta, German Shepherd. German Shepherd is a dog นะฮะ and German pork knuckle or ขาหมูเยอรมันหรือว่าเป็น A หรือเป็น U
Fanta for sure. I know. German pork knuckle. This one obviously not from Germany.
Actually is A&W นะครับ
Yes, it's an American brand, right?
Yeah, it's American brand.
The waffle is very delicious, no?
ใช่ครับ I think
It's alright, I think.
Oh, you don't like it? I think I prefer like in all of these things. I like A&W. I like their root beer. I like lots of their menu. To
Oh.
me, not to me.
I
Yeah.
kind of like the calamari.
the menu in A&W is good, but I think the root beer drink, I think it's not quite good. I don't like it.
Oh, okay. I just like the floating one. The float one is good though. For me, no? But I also like that curly fries. They serve curry fries. all the time.
Curry
I like
fries.
that one, yeah.
For anyone who don't know, Fanta is from Germany. Yeah, I เพิ่งรู้เหมือนกันครับว่า Fanta ก็มาจากเยอรมัน
So Mirinda is from the States, I guess.
Actually, I have heard it. Fanta is like origin is from German World War II era.
Yeah, it's around that era.
Okay. So we have soda from all over the world.
Yeah. Okay, move to the next questions. Oh, UDL is got the first place here. Next is the similar questions. What is not initially invented in Germany? the beer, the automobile, the aspirin, or the gummy bear.
Gummy bears.
Just take a guess.
Gummy bears.
Actually, it's a beers. Okay, for
It's
some,
not?
yeah, it's not. It's truly that the famous thing in German is beers, but actually beer is originate in Mesopotamia, which is the former from the German. The German is not from เหมือนเยอรมันยังไม่ได้ฟอร์มเป็นประเทศนะครับเหมือนเมโสโปเตเมียก็จะเป็นคนอินเวนต์ตัวเบียร์ขึ้นมาก่อนในประมาณนั้นแต่ว่า
Wow.
ประเทศเยอรมันก็จะเป็นประเทศที่แบบว่าหมักเบียร์ได้อร่อยที่สุดประมาณนี้ครับ
Gummy bear, so I know, nah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
gummy bear aspirin is automobiles or the first car is invented in Germany.
Gummy bear is the Haribo, right?
Yeah, Calibo Go Bear.
Yeah.
I don't know, but what is the brand is come from German. I'm not sure Calibo, but the originally gummy bear is from Germany. Okay,
I have no
move
tried this brand.
to
Whose
the next
nationality is
question.
not German? Okay.
Okay, we have some curly hair here. We have the football players. We have two actors here. Oh, most of our passenger is right. He's Leonardo DiCaprio นะครับ Leonardo DiCaprio his nationality is America นะครับ
It's
the
American, huh?
yeah American peoples. The left one above is Beethoven, and the right one above is Thomas Muller, who is the players in American national teams of footballs and also playing in Bayern Munich. He's the one of my favorite football players. He's German, and right below is I don't sure how to spell his name, Daniel Burl, who act in Baron Zemo in Avenger Civil Wars and the series Falcon and Winter Soldiers เป็น
Okay.
คนเยอรมันเหมือนกันนะครับ Oh, our passenger is good. I think Mr. UDI will be the winners. Okay, the last questions. Which brand is from Germany? Today we have 4 cars here. You can see the design, the shape. This is obviously the brand, I think. Okay, so the answer is Audi. Audi is from German, same as like BMWs and Volkswagens. I'm not sure Volkswagens. And the right one above is Ferrari. Is from Italy.
Italy.
Yeah. The left below is Mini Coopers. Is from United Kingdom. And also the Aston Martin, which is originated in United Kingdom. Aston Martin you can also see in James Bond's movie. Is the favorite car, I think. I'm not sure.
I'm just a little bit confusing because because in Thailand they combine they combine the Mini and BMW together, right?
Yeah.
So it's quite confusing.
But actually the originate Mini Cooper is from United Kingdom.
Yeah, like MG, nah?
Yeah. Okay, for the winner is who is UDLs.
Okay.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, move to the next phase.
Before arriving at our destination, let's talk about some basic knowledge about Germany. Next slide. Germany is the seventh largest country in Europe, bordering Denmark to the north, Poland and the Czech Republic to the east, Austria to the southeast, and Switzerland to the south to southwest. France, Luxembourg, and Belgium are situated to the west, with the Netherlands to the northwest. And Germany is also bordered by the North Sea and also the Baltic Sea. The central and southern region have forested hills and mountains of the Alps. The famous Black Forest is in the southwest, close to the France and Switzerland. In the north, the land is flat and connected to the North Sea and the Baltic Sea. Most of Germany has a temperate climate and has 4 seasons. The summer can be hot and dry, but sometimes wind bring in the moisture from the North Seas. Germany's most visited and popular landmark included Cologne Cathedral and the Brandenburg Gate. Next slide. With its central position in Europe, Germany is a transport hub for the continent. Its road network is among the densest in Europe, and the motorway or Autobahn is widely known for having no federally mandated speed limit for some classes of vehicles. But if you can go there by car, you can just take a flight to Germany. Its major airport include Frankfurt Airport and Munich Airport. And if you're in Europe, especially in like surrounding country, you can even go to Germany by train. Next slide. So when you arrive at most German cities have a efficient system of public transport. In larger cities such as Berlin, Hamburg, and Munich, they are usually run by a transport association that integrate all forms of public transport into a single network. So within the German public transportation system, there are many different commonly used modes of transport. The first one is bus. Buses are the mainstay of many German towns and cities, linking like further afield place and operating into the night when other forms of transport stop running. And there is a tram. It's like a train and a bus combined. They travel on rails alongside regular roads and have multiple stops within the city center area. In Germany, tram stops are often combined with the bus stop. And the last one is train. There are like 2 major types of train. First one is S-Bahn. So it is a city rapid rail. It is the fastest form of public transportation. It is a kind of like urban to suburban rail system and serves as a wider metropolitan region, linking the suburb and commuter region with the city center and main rail station. And there's a U-Bahn or underground bahn. It's the German version of subway, but the name is something of like misnomer. However, like many underground bahn line actually run above ground. Next slide. German is one of the major languages of the world. It is the most spoken native language within the European Union. German is also widely taught as a foreign language, especially in Europe, where it is the third most taught foreign language after English and France. The language has been influential in the fields of philosophy, theology, science, and technology. It is the second most commonly used scientific language too.
Okay. First, I have to apologize that my camera just decided to malfunction right before I have to present.
That's okay. You can just send the link to the group. It's okay too. They can watch it later if they are interested in the link. That should be okay.
Top.
Another fun fact about German language. Do you know English? English is from we derive English, no? It's derived from German, no? Not from French, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, as my friend has spoke that German is the main spoken language in European Union, even ahead of English. So
Yeah. Right.
many people think that English is the most important in any region of the world, but not in Europe. Yeah, German is the most important.
Yeah.
And it's official language in many countries like Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and Luxembourg.
Yeah.
So let's move to number 2. All nouns are capitalized. Just unlike English, right? When we just capitalize specific name in English, but in German, you have to capitalize every noun. Doesn't matter it is specific name or not. And number 3, the German language has 3 genders, and the gender is determined by grammar. So this is very new for us English learner, right? English only have 2 gender, which is male and female. But in German, there are another gender, which is neuter. And so this is also a joke about this fun fact. Yeah. He said, you know Mark Twain?
Yes.
Anyone?
Yeah, I know. I know him, Mark Twain.
Yeah, but I don't.
Oh, you don't know? He's very famous. He's composed a lot of books, though. So you should read one, Mark Twain.
Oh, okay. Guess I'm just illiterate.
No, it's okay.
He said that in German, a young lady has no sex while attorney pass. because as I said that gender is determined by grammar, not by the word itself.
Yeah, but if you are familiar with some Romance language, you won't have any problem with that as well.
Oh,
As I see, because I'm familiar with French, so I know that. I just want to share just a little bit because French, we have like 2 genders. Yeah, and all of the genders are determined by grammar. Anyway, but it depends on how you see Russian. Have you heard about that? Russian language is also determined by gender as well. They have genders. Russian, Italian, German, French.
I have seen object that was referred as gender, such as in English, such as ship.
Oh yeah, but in English it's quite difficult to determine. You have to know it by heart.
Oh,
It's some kind of like if you say like car or ship, they are female. If you say like that, because when you see in the movie, right? When they see big ship, so they see like she's so beautiful,
yeah.
and you say like, what? How do you know that it's a girl? Yeah. Yeah, that one is just like you have to know it because it's that they have no indication at all. But if you see, for example, because I can explain in French now, because in French I'm familiar with that. So if you say like a table, so I can say that a table is a male. Yeah, and a computer is a female.
Yeah.
It's quite difficult though. I can say like the because on the computer they say like the un ordinateur. They use un or la to indicate like this one is a girl, a female, or a male. Yeah. Another example is like a door. We say la porte. La porte. It's like a door. So a door is a female. Yeah, something like that.
Talk about gender of the computer. And you know that Mexico also use Spanish, and they
Oh
think,
yeah, right. Spanish as well. Yeah, Spanish as well.
and they think people in what should I say? Spanish Mexico think that computer is a male, while Spanish in Spain think the computer is a female.
Yeah, right. And also there are some kind of like if some countries they speak the same language but in different accent. So I would say in cultural ways to a certain extent they have some kind of a discrimination between these countries as well. For example, I can give like if you speak French and you live in Canada and you live in France. So there are some kind of distinctions between these things as well. French people, they always say like, French Canada, are you serious? They are not French. They are not French at all, something like that. They look down a little bit, they look down just quite a little bit on French Canada. Because they say like they are not authentic, something like that. Like similar to speaking English from Great Britain and American English, something like that. Yeah.
I have seen in some movie. It's like French Canada. They speak some word different from original French.
Exactly, because most some of the French Canadian words they are derived from English. They base everything on English, so they make it easier. So that's why when we are talking about language, like I give you very simple example, like some British people they just think like American people they are so lazy because they just invented words based on what they use in their daily life. And if you see like the most English words or phrases that come from English themselves, it's quite most of them have stories like most of them they have like history, they have stories behind what they have derived it from. So that's why they just say like it's there's a kind of these things that you can see in the movie as well, something like that.
Oh, we learn many new things here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to greetings.
Sorry, because talking about language, so I can speak like lots of things regarding language.
Yes, I think it's fun to talk about many
Yeah, but
things.
I can tell you just a little bit. You. That's the one thing that we should be proud of, in our language. That's why. Somehow we learn language easier than some other people in some other countries because our language is derived from Indo-European clans, So that's why we have like our brain can adjust and use and speak language better than the other, and also thanks to our ancestors that we have like lots of vowels that help us to pronounce lots of languages easier than other countries.
We can pronounce every sound in the world. I think.
Yeah, right. Because we have like tons of vowels, and we also have tones,
Yes.
which very difficult for Western people to detect.
I think I've heard that foreigner can say ngongu.
No, they don't have it because they
Right?
don't have
Yeah,
they don't have they don't have this consonant ng. They don't have it in front of at the first word, at the first letter of the word. So they have difficulty that one as well. Yeah.
Okay, so before we go to the next page, I want to show you a video that you can watch it from the link in chat box. Oh, or you can
Oh,
watch
it's
it here.
working.
Okay. Oh, but
The sound is loud.
Yeah, that's quite something because sometimes playing video through the Google Meet, they have the problem with the sound.
I think the video is 2 minutes long. It's 2 minutes long. I think we should go watch the video first and come back in 3 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, can watch the video in chat box. We will be back at 1:50 p.m.
Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help. My Pantene Gold treatment.
Ah, I hate advertisement.
Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen.
Guten Tag.
Okay, is everybody's back? Let's move on to the next page. Here is some greeting phrase. I think it will be useful in our daily life. The first one is nice to meet you. Okay, I have to apologize for my pronunciation, but I will do my best, I promise. Okay, it's pronounced Schön dich kennenzulernen. Schön dich kennenzulernen, which means nice to meet you. Yeah, we say this a lot in our daily life, so I think it will be useful. And the second one is we get H dear, which is how are you. This is also a form of greetings, but this one is how should I say? Like we just ask how are you as a form of greeting. We don't really expect any real answer, you know.
Yeah.
And the third one is willkommen in Berlin, which means welcome to Berlin. We can also change Berlin to something like willkommen in Bangkok, which means welcome to Bangkok when your German friends visit. The fourth is einen schönen Tag noch. Einen schönen Tag noch, which means have a nice day. Number 5 is wer hast du geschlafen? No. Let's try again. Wer hast du geschlafen? Wer hast du geschlafen? Which means how did you sleep? How did you sleep means ประมาณว่ามันแปลว่านอนหลับสบายดีไหมอย่างนี้หรือเปล่าครับอาจารย์
Yeah. Do you sleep well? Something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are 5 phrases I think will be useful in our daily life.
Yeah, I can give you just a little bit like how are you? It's just like we call it rhetoric question. Rhetoric question is just like we call it when we ask questions, but these questions we don't need any answers.
Oh. What is
rhetoric
it called again?
Yeah, rhetoric question. RHE. Rhetoric. Yeah, rhetoric question.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, like nowadays now when you see lots of people say how are you, so they don't really need like I'm fine. They don't want it. They just like how are you? They just like a hi or something like that. Oh, another thing that I can say because I stayed in Germany as well, so I can say like in the video you say like they say hi with the other words, right? When they say hi, they use like some word I cannot remember, right? But for some regions or some regions like the where I stay, where I stay in Germany, so they don't say hi but hi, They use this word as well. That's quite surprising because it's similar to when they say in Finland as well. They say moi, M-O-I, moi. They use for both. First, people greet like greeting and departing. So they say like moi as well. They say like just like this. They don't say like the long word in hi in the video, Yeah, they say moi as well. That's I want to tell you. That's quite very funny from some of my friends when they heard like that. So they just like some very obscene word in Thai. So they just like moi. And they loved it. Yeah. And even in Finland, when they say that they make it cutier, they make it cute. They make it like in a more cuter way, something like that. They say moi moi. Yeah, something like that. Like in English, when you say some people they say like, hi, hey there, something like that. Yeah.
Thank you, teacher. And any country want to share how they say hi in their selected in their country? มีประเทศไหนที่อยากแชร์ไหมครับประมาณว่ากล่าวทักทายกันยังไงสวัสดีอะไรอย่างเงี้ยครับ
In Sweden they use some word like it's quite similar like hello or hi is halla or hey Good morning.
that's
I think it's like good morning.
really similar to German. Yeah.
In Singapore, they use a language like us, English, or sometimes it's Chinese, and when they say it's hello or ni hao in China.
Oh, thank you for your cooperation. Okay, let's move on to next page, which is eating. Dining. Is that called dining etiquette? Teacher, can you help me? Dining etiquette. Yeah. In German, we call it Tischmanieren. Tischmanieren, which mean manners on table. So we will be talking about when you eat with your friends or your acquaintance, and when you eat in a restaurant. So let's start with the first rule. First is quite universal, because if you have been invited to dinner at someone's home, it is appropriate to bring a gift for your host. And remember to arrive on time. Yeah, this one is quite universal. It does not apply only to Germany. Number 2 is when eat or drink together, wait until someone says "Guten Appetit" and "Guten Appetit." And it is also common that the host or guest hold a small speech, like congratulating or thanks to the chef. I think thanks to the chef is very, very common when it's very common a guest have to say to the homeowner who cooks this dinner. I think Thai people can also ประมาณว่าประเทศไทยก็น่าจะมีเหมือนกันหลายๆข้อพวกเนี้ยครับ And number 3 is both a knife and fork are used in order to eat a sit-down meal. You have to put both of your hands on the table when you sit down and eat. You should know that someone will just put down the knife and use only your fork, which is on your left hand, to eat, and your other hand you put on the lap. ประมาณว่าอาจจะถือซ่อมแค่ข้างเดียวไว้ในมือซ้ายแล้วก็มืออีกข้างหนึ่งวางไว้บนตักครับ อันนี้ก็จะถือว่าเป็นมารยาทที่ไม่ดีพอๆกับการวางศอกไว้บนโต๊ะเลยครับ อันนี้เป็นมารยาทบนโต๊ะอาหารของเยอรมันครับ แล้วก็ and number 4 is clean your plate, but don't take too much. Don't take more than you can eat. And yes, let's move on to a banner in a restaurant. German deem it as rude to hold loud conversation at dinner tables. So I have I have watched a lot of video about restaurant in German, and I can guarantee you that it is very quiet. if you speak loudly, everyone in the restaurant will hear it, and they will think that is interrupting peace. So it is common to just gossip or speak loudly in restaurant. And also, there is something new about when you eating out in Germany, because you can share table with stranger. You can just ask the person who is sitting at the table, just ask him or her, just ask he or she, like, is this seat taken? If he or she say no, then you can just sit with her and eat. ประมาณว่าการแชร์โต๊ะอาหารนะครับ ร่วมกับคนแปลกหน้าเนี่ยเกิดขึ้นได้นะครับ ในประเทศเยอรมัน ถ้าเกิดเป็นที่ไทยเราเนี่ย ถ้าเกิดมีคนนั่งหนึ่งโต๊ะก็อาจจะโต๊ะนั้นเต็มไปเลยใช่ไหมครับผมไม่เคยเห็นคนแปลกหน้ามานั่งด้วยอันนี้ก็เป็นวัฒนธรรมที่แตกต่างจากประเทศไทยของเราครับ and laying knife and fork on the table can indicate what you're trying to communicate with waiter or waitress. Like if you want to say the meal is finished, you have to put knife and fork in one style. If you just pause the meal and go to a bathroom, then you have to put it in another style. การวางช้อนส้อมนะครับ ก็จะเป็นการสื่อสารกับพนักงานหรือว่าบริกรของร้านอาหารได้ครับ เขาคงการยกมือหรือว่าตะโกนเรียกน้องๆอย่างที่ไทยเรานี่อันนี้ก็คงเกิดขึ้นได้ยากครับ เพราะว่าอย่างที่บอกว่าร้านอาหารในเยอรมนีเนี่ยค่อนข้างจะเงียบเลยครับ and number 3 leave about 10% of your bill for tip. Number 4 is don't expect any ice cubes in your soda, and there are no refill drinks. In Thailand, when we sit in a restaurant, they will automatically bring you ice cube. Or if you have watched any film or series that take place in the US, you can just ask waiter to refill your coffee. เคยเห็นเวลาที่เราดูหนังหรือซีรีส์ที่เกิดขึ้นในสหรัฐอเมริกาครับเขาก็จะเรียกบริกรหรือว่าพนักงานนะครับให้มาเติมกาแฟได้บ่อยๆครับอันนี้นี่จะไม่เกิดขึ้นเท่าไหร่ในเยอรมันครับ
Yeah, I would say in many Western countries, no, they don't give they just give you cold drinks because they take like all their drinks are cold already because in the cold weather, so they don't need any ice cubes at all. So when they serve, so basically they just serve glass and your drink and that's it. Yeah, and in American, so basically American coffee is free in America. Coffee is free in most, like I would say, like you know the different kind of restaurants, right? They have like restaurant and diner.
Yes.
You say diner, so you can drink coffee all day. If you can handle it, so you just like one coffee and then you drink all day without paying any further. Yeah.
But if we do that in Thailand, yeah, we may get into a fight, a fight with restaurant owner.
Yeah, and as you know, right, some fast food restaurant they offer free refill as well, as long as you just go and just go to the drink station and refill your favorite sodas.
Okay, and rule number 5, sparkling mineral water is what they usually have when they eating out, and when the meal is finished, you will be served with alcohol beverage. Yes, this is very common in Germany.
I can share you just a little bit. If you said serving alcohol after meal, right? In
Yes.
Finland, after meal or every meal, they drink coffee. Every meal, not every meal.
Wow, that sounds good.
Yeah,
I
they
really
drink
like coffee.
every meal, and somehow because I stay, I lived in Finland for some time. So they are proud. They say like we are most coffee drinker in the world as well because we drink at least like 5 times a day. They say like that. At least. Yeah.
I think I'm quite worrying about caffeine addict.
Some kind like that. I don't know why because I just like I cannot handle it. Just one is enough for me.
Yes.
I think they drink some of decaf coffee.
Decaf
Oh.
coffee.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
For
The
preventing caffeine overdose.
American people, they drink lots of decaf coffee because I worked in like the restaurant that they sell coffee as well. So they just ask like lots of people. They just like decaf.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I want to add another rule when you're eating in a restaurant in Germany. คือร้านอาหารในเยอรมนีนะครับเขาจะไม่ค่อยมีถุง เวลาเราทานเหลือครับ ถ้าเกิดเราทานเหลือที่ไทยก็คงจะบอกว่า อันนี้ฝากห่อกลับบ้านอะไรประมาณเนี้ยครับ แต่ที่เยอรมนีนี่อันนี้เป็นประเพณีที่ค่อนข้างแปลกครับ จะไม่ค่อยมีในร้านอาหารในเยอรมันครับ
No leftover, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's all for eating etiquette or Tish Manilan. Let's move on to festival.
Next topic, we will talk about festival in Germany. There are many festivals that I think is very interesting in German, but I picked in 3 festivals that I would recommend you guys that you have to travel and visit this festival. The first one is Oktoberfest. It occurs in September to the early of October. Oktoberfest is very famous festival in Germany and is the most iconic work fest. Oktoberfest can attract many people to the city and enjoy the beer and the food in this festival. We also have the band and the parade. Also many interesting activities. And for the younger who cannot drink yet, we have like the merry-go-round or a playground for them to enjoy this festival too. Next is Cannstatter Volksfest. This festival, we will see the people wear the traditional costume here. It's similar to Oktoberfest, so that people already sent in the message. This festival also called Oktoberfest in Stuttgart because it is located in Stuttgart, Austria. In this festival, we can see the food, the beers, and we can enjoy about the beer, wine in this festival too. And the last one is Weihnachtmarkt. In German, this word means Christmas market. It's this festival in 24th November to the 24th of December. It is the festival which occurred before the Christmas, and we can see like a lot of activities, a lot of stuff that sold in this market. And in the town, like in Munich or Berlin, we can see more than one market in the city. We can see all over the city have this market about for the festival before the Christmas. And the market set up in the historical buildings and the city squares. I think this is a very interesting festival that I want to join and have some memory here. And this is 3 festival in German that I picked for you. And I want to know more about another country that they have the recommend festival for the tourists or not. ถ้าแบบประเทศอื่นมีแบบเทศกาลไหนที่น่าสนใจก็สามารถแชร์กันได้เลยนะคะ
Okay, go first.
In Sweden, it's like seasoning Sheng festival or there's many kind of festival like art classic festival or like festival for music lover.
Oh, yes. We also have music festival in Germany. You know that Beethoven was German, right?
Yeah,
so
I like this her music.
Yes. There is an exhibition about Beethoven composed art piece, and also many new ประมาณว่านอกจากเพลงยุคคลาสสิกแล้วเพลงยุคใหม่ก็มีเหมือนกันครับเทศกาลดนตรีในเยอรมัน
Okay. I want to share. You have nothing, no? Okay. In Hong Kong, okay. What do they do then in Hong Kong? They say we are dance and see the show, okay. Beer festival in Hong Kong, okay. I don't think in Thailand we can see beer festival every day, no? We have like not a festival, no? Beer events everywhere after work. Oh, and do you know this one is another interesting one? Do you know what do they eat? What do they eat during Moon Festival in Taiwan? Do you want to guess?
Mooncake?
No, yes, they eat moon cake and what else? Yeah. My to guess. It's quite interesting because I lived in Taiwan as well. So it's like, what did they do?
Maybe like some kind of drink, like beverage or something.
Beverages? No, they eat pomelo.
Oh,
do you know pomelo? Pomelo ส้มโอครับ They eat pomelo during Moon Festival. And do you know how they eat it? I was surprised because I lived there, so I saw them eat it because basically you see pomelo in Thailand, right? It's big, right? And people use knives to cut it and peel them, right? But
Yes.
pomelo basically in Taiwan, it's like a big orange. So they just use their hand to peel it and then they eat it right away. So I was like, what? Really? They eat like orange. They eat like oranges. They just peel it. Yeah, they just peel it. My roommate as well. He got like a big case of pomelo, and he shared with me, and then he shared it, and then when he eat it, he just like tear it apart. And I was like, what? In
I've
Thailand,
never
we just
seen
use
that in my
knife,
life.
peel them off, right? And then just separate them nicely.
Yeah.
But no, over there they just peel it and then they just eat it by hands. Right there. Pomelo is just like meant for one person, something like that.
It's too
Yeah.
So it's kind of like strong man. It's like,
I can say like that because as you know, right, the pomelo peels that's quite tough, right? Yeah, they just tear it apart. Yeah, and then
sure, but local Thai people, I think, is much stronger because we have durians. I have seen one people pulling durians with their own hands.
Exactly. I would say peeling durian is very, very difficult.
Yes, it's required a very strong strength.
Not only you have you mu- not only ha- you not only have like the strong you have to know like which part that you can lay your knife over it as well, because if you cut in different angle you may miss some part of it.
Yes.
Yeah, and you cannot see anything at all. You have to use just like the like a drumstick, no?
Yeah.
Like a drumstick to tap, to just like tap on it, and you see the sound of it first before you just lay your knife over the peel.
ใช้ไม้พิเศษขอใช่ไหมครับ
Yeah, right. You tap เคาะอะครับเนาะโพกก็ได้ใช้คำว่าโพกครับโพกจะดีกว่าครับแท็บมันเป็นแค่การแบบแตะอะไรอย่างเงี้ยเนาะโพกจะเป็นแบบเคาะเหมือนเอานิ้วแบบที่เราเอานิ้วเคาะกำแพงอ่ะอันนั้นเขาเรียกว่าโพก POKE โพกเนาะ Yeah, that's another thing that I want to share during Moon Festival, no? And I would say Moon Festival is quite popular, celebrated, and it's quite a big event in Taiwan. They also have the outdoor barbecue during the Moon Festival at night. Yeah, and I see lots of that because I stay in a dorm, no? So lots of students they just come and gather in the stadium or in the open grassland, and they have barbecue outside, outdoor. It's very relaxing, like we have หมูกระทะ no? At the backyard, in the backyard, something like that. And if you are still thinking of your countries, no? In Finland, we have this one as well, Midnight Sun Festival. During the in midsummer, like the in around at the end of July, something like that. That's midnight sun. So they have like 3 days off. Now people have 3 days off and they don't work at all during that period. And they drink lots of beer, alcohol during that period. And they mostly, the town is like a ghost town. People go out because in Finland, as you know, I can tell you just a little bit. In Finland, people have 2 houses. They have their house in the city or the place to stay in the city, and another one they tend to have like they call it summer cottage. Have you heard about that summer cottage? Now you may be familiar with the cottage that I told you. Now it looks like cabin. It looks like cabin that they have, but they have like the summer cottage in the woods. And during this period, people tend to go and enjoy their time in the summer cottage. They enjoy what? Drink, eat, and sauna. Yeah, they do it all the time. And do you know how they do it? Sauna. Basically, when you do sauna, how do you do it? Have you ever tried sauna?
It's like in the hot room and put the
Yeah,
waters over the
exactly.
body.
But it's quite new to me as well when I lived in Finland, and then I had an experience that, as you know, right, when you have a sauna, right, when you go to a sauna room, so you stay in the room and then you just heat up your body temperature, right? And during that period of time, because summer cottage over there or sauna places over there, they just like next to the lake, or they just do like this. They heat up their body until they feel like it's very so sweaty. When they feel so sweaty, suddenly they walk out of the room and then they jump into the cold shower or cold immediately, and then they just come back and go into the sauna room again. They do like that. That's the way they do when they go sauna.
It doesn't make him sick. I don't know.
Exactly, but they do it. Then they just like that. And they say like it's good for their body or something like that. I don't know. But I say like no, I cannot do it. I may get sick from that anyway, so I don't do it. Yeah, but they do it. It's just like their tradition that they do when they do the sauna. That's another thing that I want to share. And I would say seriously, during midnight sun, nobody works at all. It's like a ghost town. And you have to like COVID-19, you have to stock up your food because no restaurants and like few restaurants and grocery stores that open. Mostly they just closed everywhere. Yes. Other countries you want to share? I'm sorry for me now when I start talking about this, so I have this thing and this thing that I want to share.
Well, it's so interesting. For Singapore, is have some kind like a traditional classical music. It's called Nayin, and this is a like aแบบคล้ายๆเป็น Chinese history of Singapore. Like my friend said for the series is they have a language like English and kind of Chinese, and in the Singapore they call the Singlish. So มันจะเหมือนเวลาคนไทยพูดเหมือนอยู่ดีก็จะใช้คำภาษาอังกฤษอะค่ะต้องแบบถ้าเวลาแปลหรือคุยจริงๆเขาก็จะเหมือนใช้ภาษาจีนกับปนภาษาไทยอันนี้แค่พูดเพิ่มไว้ด้วยแล้วก็ของอย่างตัว traditional music จริงๆเหมือนพอเอาไปแปลเป็นคำศัพท์มันจะเป็นเหมือน social sound มันจะคล้ายๆกับว่าทำเหมือนเป็นงานดนตรีคล้ายๆเหมือนเวลาเราเล่นดนตรีพื้นเมืองของไทยอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะแต่ว่าเป็นดนตรีพื้นเมืองของจีนอะไรอย่างเงี้ยแต่เอามาเล่นของที่สิงคโปร์เพราะว่าสิงคโปร์มันได้รับพวกแบบว่าทำจากจีนค่อนข้างเยอะมากอันนี้ถ้าเป็นของสิงคโปร์หลักๆก็จะมีประมาณนี้แต่ว่าเขาก็จะมีเพิ่มเติมของสิงคโปร์ก็คือจะมีเรื่องการห้ามจุดเหมือนเทศกาลห้ามจุดประทัดอะค่ะเพราะฉะนั้นก็เทศกาลสิงคโปร์ก็จะมีช่วงแบบประมาณเดือนคล้ายๆประมาณเดือนสิงหาเขาก็จะมีเทศกาลเฉลิมฉลองของประเทศเขาก็จะมีแบบการเหมือนจุดพลุจุดประทัดประจำปีอะไรอย่างเงี้ยคือคนทั่วไปห้ามจุดกันเองแบบเป็นข้อระวังของสิงคโปร์
Oh, I can add you just a little bit, no?
Yes.
If you say because your friend mentioned the Singlish, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
the Singlish. Yes.
I would say they have become like one of the dominant I would say like different slang in English as well when you say Singlish, no? They're quite well known now, Singlish, because they have their own characteristic and it's very, very established when they say Singlish. Yeah, and some words it's even like doesn't exist in English because they combine between English and Chinese altogether. That's I want to add Singlish. And another accent that I want to say, that's the big one, besides English is the Indian English. That's another one. That's another one that I can add. And you know how many dialects that they speak in India? Let's guess just a little bit now. If we talk about language and culture in India, just one country, do you think how many dialects ก็คือแบบ minor languages that they speak in India?
I think there are many dialects because they have many states in India.
Yeah, right. Like your friend guessed, yes, that's right. I said 115. That's over 100 dialects. So you may wonder, when they go, but based on the same writing, you say Indian language when they write, right? Based on same writing, but they say like over 100 dialects that are spoken in India. So you can imagine, And another thing, we talk about food, India, most people are vegetarian, Most people in the country are vegetarian. So it's quite very easy to find vegetarian food in India. Yeah. And have very strong vegetarianism, I would say, in Mumbai. It's very, very strong. And they don't, as you know, they don't eat cow, at all. It's very sacred. Yeah, that's what I want to share. But yeah.
ที่เขารับประทานผักนี่เป็นวีแกนนะครับวีแกนิซึมนี่เขาเกี่ยวข้องกับหลักศาสนาหรือเปล่าครับอาจารย์
Oh yes, that's right. That's correct. They are they tend to be vegetarianism or veganism. That's based on that's mostly associated with religions. So they tend to be that thing. And then you see lot of this one yogi. You see lots of yogi, And as you can see in movies, they do yoga, and as well they don't wear any clothes, These people, because they have like long hair and beard, they don't wear clothes at all. And then some of the people, I would say, some of them even stay in like the sanctuary. And some of them even don't go for food, don't eat food at all. Some of them, they just like sit there and wait for people to bring their food. If no one bring their food, so they don't eat that day, something like that. That's quite strange. They have very strong mind, very, very religious, I would say.
I think that's very extreme.
True. And yeah, I'll let you go on with this one first. But if you want to say, because I have learned just something new regarding the walking through fire that we do. Have you ever seen it when we come to vegetarian festival, right? And you see lots of people walking. They see people. They chant, they pray, and then they begin do things violently to themselves, right? Like stabbing themselves, cutting themselves, and also walking through fires. But I just know just some tricks of it. But I can tell you later, and I just let you go on with this thing first, because this one is quite off the topic. But if you know, just ask me, But I know that's why it's not really like when you look on scientific aspect. So you may understand like why they can do that, because it can be explained scientifically, and I have just learned about this. If you want to know, so I can share. It's not really. If you look at that, it's not really like so like supernatural. I would say it's not supernatural, and I believe you guys can do it from scientific aspect. But it's not recommended, And you know that vegetarian festival is not originated from China, no? It's not from Chinese people at all, no? You know it, right? You know it? Vegetarian festival is
Yes.
just in Thailand, nah? It's not from China, nah? We have just only this festival. That's why it's quite popular among tourists to come and see, nah? You cannot find. I was surprised as well because I live in Taipei, right? They have Chinese culture and all those stuff. So they don't have this period. Now when Thai people have the vegetarian festival, so it's not everywhere now. It's just only in Thailand. That's the fact. That's another fact now that I want to give you when we talk about vegetarian festival. So it's meant to be in Thailand now. Yeah, because in China or in Taiwan, they have vegetarian food selling everywhere.
Yes, they're like in the norm of them. But
Yeah,
in
just like a
Thai,
norm.
it's like a norm and it's
Yeah.
hard to
Yeah, it's just like them here. It's just like a
buy.
trend,
Yes.
fashion, right? It's just like a trend. Like okay, yeah, you just do this. But in over there, they just like lifestyle. I would say they just their lifestyle, and I can say vegetarian food in Taiwan is not really vegetarian somehow. You have to right if you are very strict vegan or very strict vegetarian, you have to read some signs that they say as well because some of the vegetarian food they are mixed with some other meats to a certain extent. So you have to be careful now. If you are, I would say, if you are kind of a strict vegetarian or vegan, so they are like the sign. I can tell you later, no? Sign like a Chinese symbol, and then you have to notice in each restaurant that whether they offer this, they have this sign on their poster or their sign on their restaurant or not.
Yes, some kind of I'm shocked in the vegetarian culture is เหมือนเขาสามารถกินหอยนางรมได้
Oh yeah, right. Because
Yes, this I asked for my mom that she is like a vegetarian and เหมือนเวลาแม่ให้หนูต้องกินด้วยอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะตกใจตอนที่แบบบอกว่ามันกินหอยนางรมได้แล้วถ้าวิงอยากจะกินสัตว์กินอะไรเนื้อสัตว์เลย
I can tell you like this ครับ when it comes to vegetarian and veganism there are broadly defined as 4 levels อันนี้ครูไปไกลแล้วเนาะอยากรู้ไหมเดี๋ยวครูให้บอกแล้วกันเนาะ there are 4 levels of vegetarianism and vegan I can tell like this starting from the first one that you can say we call it pesto vegetarian นะครับ pesto that's the first thing that they can eat they eat all kinds of vegetables and they eat seafood that's the one pesto we call pesto นะ the second one ovo-lacto that's the third stage เนาะ ovo-lacto they eat eggs and dairy product that's ovo-lacto นะครับมันก็จะเป็นคำขึ้นมาเนอะแล้วก็จะเป็น lacto vegetarian อันนั้นก็จะ eat that only dairy product and they go up to the last one is the vegan but vegan they have some different branches as well they have like the raw vegan fruitarian อะไรพวกนี้ด้วยนะครับเหมือนกัน raw vegan I can say it's very 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 extreme I would say because raw vegan they don't eat cooked I would say they eat cooked vegetables but only 60 degree you have to cook by using maximum 60 degree to cook food that's quite extreme no and fruitarian that's those people who eat only fruits and they have one strange principle as well they eat only fruits that fall from the tree they don't pick them from the tree something like that fruitarian นะครับ and one of famous people who is fruitarian was Steve Jobs he's a fruitarian นะครับ yeah that's the fact เนาะอันนี้กูอยากจะแชร์นิดนึงนะครับคือ vegetarian จะมี4 level ด้วยกันนะครับมันจะมี pesto ovo lacto มี lacto แล้วก็มีเป็น vegan ครับด้วยกัน4 ระดับครับหมดแล้วครับ อันนี้พูดถึง vegetarian ปุ๊บก็มาเป็นแบบมาเป็นขบวนรถไฟเลยนะ
Yes, thank you, teacher. And my mom, she like ไม่กินกระทั่ง spice of some kind.
Oh yeah, right. Because I would
ingredient that she didn't eat
and
it.
I would say vegetarian in Asian style and in style นะครับ as we can see เนอะ vegetarian in Thai or Chinese style they don't eat something fragrant เนอะไม่กินอะไรที่เป็นเครื่องหอมใช่ป่ะนะพวกแบบ chives พวกแบบ
and herb is
like that, right?
they can add it.
Yeah, herbal things ใช่ไหมพวกแบบ garlic something like that, right?
Yes.
เนอะ
I'm gonna die when my mom says เหมือนแบบมิ้นไม่กินด้วยกันไหม It's a no. Must be like have a gun.
Yeah,
Hi, my
vegetarian
and I said okay.
Yeah, vegetarian in Western style, they consume like lots of like bread, no?
Yes.
And vegetarian over there is not quite healthy, I would say. I can see the joking as well because I stayed in England for some time as well. I stayed in UK for some time, and they just say like, yeah, I'm a vegetarian, no? But all the food that they have, nah, just like something creamy, something very cheesy, bread, very like very bready, something like that. Vegetarian food เห็นขายตลอดเลยนะที่นู่นนะครับที่อังกฤษคือแบบขายเยอะมากนะแต่ส่วนใหญ่เป็นแบบพวกแบบไขมันสูงๆอ่ะแป้งหนาๆอะไรแบบเนี้ยเป็น vegetarian เหมือนกันครูก็แบบตายและชีวิตอยู่ไปกลับมาตัวเป็นหมีพอดี yeah something like that ครับ
Okay, in the next topic, we will talk about the do's and don'ts in Germany.
Oh, this one is quite interesting as well. Do it.
I choose 3 things, and I want you all to guess which one is do and don't. You can text in the text box or answer me with open the mic. The first one is get drunk. So get drunk is do or don't.
No. For me, don't. I said don't.
Yeah. Okay. Many people thought that we should do get drunk in Germany.
Get drunk?
Okay. Any answers? How many people say do? Okay, I will give you the answers. The answers is do not get drunk in Germany. It's similar to Thailand. When you get drunk in public, it's illegal and you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, I think it's quite strange, right? Get drunk in public. It's okay.
I was shocked when I know this. I mean, you can get alcohol beverage in airport, but you should get drunk. I was like, what?
Yeah, right. That's quite contradictory, I would say. No? That's quite opposite. No? Right? You can buy alcohol everywhere, but you cannot get drunk. What?
Everywhere I can see.
Yeah, right.
Years. Okay, the next one is feel free to.
Yeah.
Yeah, go first.
The second one, I'll keep my mouth shut now because I know this one. I know I'll keep my mouth shut. My best friend is German, so I keep my mouth shut. I won't say anything. Let the student guess first. I know this one.
Feel free to have serious discussion on politics and philosophy. Number 2. Let's get to answers.
I know this one. I experience this all the time. I know this one when my friend comes and then when I see my friend, when I hang out with him. I know this one.
Oops.
Oh no!
I think you do.
I think you. Oh no!
It's on the screen.
Yeah, right.
You feel free to have serious discussion after this. I will be there. Just in
May I
Thailand.
share something just a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time I would say he asked me many serious politics and philosophical questions all the time, and he asked me like, what do you think about this about the world, around the world, and you think of this school of thought, something like that. He asked me all the time to talk something politically and philosophically all the time. He asked me lots of these questions, and then he just he looks at like the different angles of politics and all those stuff all the time, and then he just like comment on all the things. It's not just only it's their way of discussion, I would say, and they talk philosophically. And some of them they hate politics. Even they like to have a serious discussion about this, but they hate politics. They are very extreme. They are very extreme, as you may see from their history, about the Berlin Wall and all those stuff from history like that. So you can relate. Because my brother-in-law, he's German, and he's now an executive chef, But when he say like back then when he was in high school, he's one of the gangsters that joined the mob and demonstrated around the city in Berlin. I was surprised. Like เป็นญาติครูเองนะครับเป็นคนเยอรมันเหมือนกันแต่เขาแบบตอนวัยรุ่นนี่คือแบบรุนแรงมากเป็นหัวรุนแรงคนนึงเลยไปแบบช่วงแบบเบอร์ลินเขามีนู่นนั่นนี่กันก็ไปตีกับเขาอะไรอย่างเงี้ยคือแบบโอ้ my god ตายแล้วชีวิตดู extreme มากนะครับ in politics นะครับ I would say I know this one. I know this one. This one is very obvious.
Don't.
Any answers?
Don't.
You can add.
And I also have the story about this one as well. My friend that he talks about this one as well.
Let's see.
Well, let's guess Don. I said Don.
Our answer. Is Dawn.
Yeah, as you know, right? Nazi, Nazi Hitler. They have quite horrible history.
Yes, we don't show this. Because like that situation is quite sensitive one that we should be aware when not just in German, but we should be aware when we in Thailand or talk with other people. That is heard from people. We
I have once heard that in one's football match in German league, I'm not sure. One's man scored a goal and the he acts the Nazi salutes, and many fans ball that go to like เหมือนลงมาทำร้ายอะครับทำร้ายร่างกายมันประมาณว่าก็ไม่ยอมอะครับ แล้วก็โดนปรับใบแดงไปเลย
โดน stumble upon นะโดน beat up นะ right
because it's very sensitive
Yeah,
subject.
it's like sensitive.
yeah even they like to talk politically but in this case it's very sensitive to them right it's like I would say if they say like that it's like we talk something related to Buddhism in the middle of the group right and people is just like oh my god if you can relate ใช่ป่ะ
Actually, about Buddhism, for myself, it's fine.
Yeah, for me, I'm fine as well. For me, I'm fine. But most people, especially old people, I would say.
Yeah, sometimes I even make a joke about Buddha.
Yeah, right. You see a lot. You see a lot of jokes, but people cannot take it. I say like, oh, come on. The Lord Buddha, he's just only a person. Oh no, I cannot say it.
Next slide. Okay. And this one is some example of do's in German. Okay, the first one is do be on time. That we already said that it's common around the world that you should be on time on the appointment. Yes, and German is extremely punctual, be on time. And the next one is say guten Appetit before eating, and say pause. It means cheers before you sip your beer, and to keep your hands but not your elbow on the table. That we already talked about in the eating manner. And the last one, do have cash with you, because in many restaurants we don't take the credit card, so it can be the problem if you don't have cash. So you have to prepare cash for when you go outside. And this one is don't. Do not wait to be seated at German restaurant. We can share the table with other strangers. That different from Thailand, that we don't feel comfortable to share the table and we will go to another restaurant if we don't have the seat. And this one, and the next one is do not jaywalk. And jaywalk is like ข้ามถนนที่แบบไม่ใช่ทางม้าลายอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะก็คือมันจะผิดกฎอะไรประมาณนี้ซึ่งมันก็เป็นสิ่งที่เราก็ไม่ควรทำอยู่แล้วด้วยแล้วก็the last one is do not ever ask for tap water in restaurant, because for that we already talked about, we don't have the free
Free water.
Free water, yes. Thank you. We don't have free water, so we don't ask the tap water from the waiter or waitress. So, any other country want to share about that do or don't? But I think we should to know before we go to that country.
Maybe some tips or some manners. You can type in the text or
In the Singapore, it have it has the cleaning law in the Singapore is so strict. So if you go to Singapore, you need a tissue pack of your own to cleaning your the table or some kind that you เวลากินแล้วถ้ามันเลอะเทอะอย่างน้อยก็ต้องเช็ดอะไรอย่างเงี้ยแบบพกติดตัวไปด้วยแล้วก็and don't the chewing gum when you go to Singapore แล้วก็เหมือนประมาณว่าห้ามทิ้งขยะwhen you go everywhere in Singapore. Yes. They are so strict.
it's like they have a rule that do not eating chewing gums in the public.
Yeah, in the public. But in that is like a culture เหมือนสมมติว่าถ้าห้ามมันมีกฎข้อหนึ่งของสิงคโปร์ว่าห้ามเปลือยกายแม้จะเป็นบ้านตัวเอง
Okay.
That is so strange when I read the law first. This guy แม้แต่บ้านyes คือปกติเราจะบอกแผนกฎหมายว่าอย่าไปแบบเปลือยตัวที่สาธารณะอะไรดีแบบว่า in your homes is you can't do that.
How can they know? I would say,
Yes,
how
I
do
don't
you know?
know. That is like
How do you know that I'm naked? Wow.
And when I read the law first, and be like, what?
Yeah. It's like,
What
are
did I
you
know it?
like, are we being surveillance all the time? Something like that. They have like they have hidden cameras inside our house or something like that.
I'm not sure it's maybe for the family.
Entire
Like
house.
I don't want to show your body. Some kind of.
What the heck?
I'm not sure if this have this law in Singapore.
Yeah.
Yes, I have heard that too. But also in Philippines too, I think I have heard this thing too.
Oh, and I have
It's
heard
maybe
about
for the family.
this one very strange. I have heard a lot of countries they have this law. Now I'm not sure which country as well, but in Asia there's a lot of countries like don't pee in an elevator. Have you ever heard about this?
Yes, they have.
Yes,
I was like
it is in Singapore.
in Singapore, right?
Yeah, in Singapore,
Yes.
like it's have.
In other Asian countries as well, they just say like in other countries that they have like the Chinese culture. They are exposed to Chinese culture. They have this law: don't pee in an elevator. Something like that. I was like, okay, who's gonna pee in an elevator? What?
Yes, they have in Singapore they have a urine detection device that can detect the สามารถแบบตรวจกลิ่นปัสสาวะได้แล้วเขาจะมาจับ
Okay. And I would say in China, no, they don't have this law. In China, they don't have this law. You can spit anywhere. In China, no, you can see lots of people they spit everywhere. No, that's very dirty. They don't have the law like don't split in the public, something like that. But you just see like people they just do that all the time. I was like, what the heck?
Yes,
That's very disgusting.
many Chinese like tourists do this all the time
When they come to Thailand, no?
yeah when they
Right.
come to Thailand.
Yeah, you can see lots of that. But in totally different, no? If you go to Taiwan, totally different. Taiwanese people, they are like more, I would say, educated Chinese people. I would say, yeah. And they don't like Chinese people at all when they say like that. So they just say no, it's not us. They are from mainland. They say like this. when they talk about Chinese people นะครับ they have some distinction between them as well mostly they are joke as well I can say cultural joke นะ when they see people look like Chinese people doing something wrong they always say like yeah they are from mainland China they always say like that yeah they are from mainland China they are not us something like that that's a joke นะ when they do something bad they just like put everything to the Chinese mainland China นะ
For the next part, we are going to talk about the marketing and the promotion. Next slide. I think many of you guys may go to the Germany because of the tourism. Because as you know, the Germany have many attractions with the combination of the old world and the modern urban city that make it an ideal destination for the traveler with many variety of food, accommodation, and drink options, especially in the German favorite alcohol beverage that we all know that is beer, right? Statistically, every German drank the 95 liter of beer in 2020, and around 5,000 different type of beer, which is really plenty and a very variety of it. So now this is why I want to say about the new campaign from the German National Tourist Board under the motto "The Germany Simply Inspiring." Next slide. It's the motto in our country, Germany Simply Inspiring. The whole world through the whole year. Using the social media as well as all available high frequency online channel around the world, they are promoting travel trips events in the Germany and tourist attraction of all 15 provinces. The campaign was launched to boost the demand for the holiday in Germany. And now I'm gonna talk about these three words that fit in each their definition. The first word is the Germany. Of course, our definition is the Germany is, as I say, is quite a lot of many attraction and food and the drink that is really good for many traveler to be their destination. And the second word is simply. Simply is mean like clearly, without embellishment or the plainly ในไทยน่าจะใช้คำว่าแบบง่ายๆแบบสมถะเพราะว่าbecause in the Germany they have you can have many routes to go to the different place like you can go by the motorcycle, motorbike, and especially train. I guess in Germany they travel a lot by the train. And the last word is the inspiring. The inspiring is mean like encouraging or make you feel you want to do something. So all of the three words is the motto of the Germany tourist. So I think that all of three words have all their meaning and cover all of the Germany because I would say that Germany is an inexhaustible source of the travel inspiration because there are a lot of increasing innovation, especially the architecture, which connecting the traditions and the modernity that I have already said that run through path to the innovation. I would like to example for one thing that I think is really good for inspiring that I like it in the Germany is because the Germany is the industrial country, but you will find that the Germany is covered with the forest, many forests, which is very high proportion in this industrial country. But many of you guys may think that in such very have อุตสาหกรรมที่มันเยอะมากๆขนาดนี้เขาอาจจะไม่ได้ให้ค่ากับ green space. Let me example for like in Thailand. In our country, I think we don't have a lot about the green space, right? In Bangkok, I don't see much. Okay, it might have a little bit, but if don't have a lot of like the Germany, if you go to Germany, you will find like they have a lot of the forest. You can have very relaxing when you go to. You can walk and you're like, it's very green space. You have very relaxing and you can find something like inspiration, and you can go back to your home and think about something that more creativity. But in our country, in Thailand, we will see a lot about the shopping mall, about just the building, and it's not quite inspiring for me. It's not like relaxing because I like a lot like a green space. And now I want to know that our guy, and I already say that I like the forest to be I will be relaxing if I have see a lot of a green space. But how about you guys? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to do when after school, after real learning? Where do you want to go to relax, or you have something to inspire you? แบบว่าอย่างตัวของเราเองก็คือจะชอบไปที่แบบว่าพื้นที่สีเขียวแบบว่าไปดูธรรมชาติแล้วเราก็จะรู้สึกแบบว่าได้อะไรกลับมาแบบว่าเราจะรู้สึกผ่อนคลายขึ้นจะได้แบบ creative งานเราได้ง่ายขึ้นแล้วแบบว่าคนอื่นแบบว่าชอบไปที่ไหนกันบ้างแบบว่าอาจจะยกตัวอย่างในประเทศที่ของคนอื่นก็ได้หรือว่ายกตัวอย่างในประเทศไทยก็ได้
I have something to share, but I'll just wait for you guys to share first now because I know that if I share, so it's the end of the conversation, so I won't do it. Like if I start sharing, so you guys just listen to me and then you have no further questions after I finish my conversation or my story, so I'll keep my mouth shut first. I know it. I have lots of things when I listen while I was listening to you. So I have like something that I want to talk about. I want to talk about like transportation, green space, and some of my experiences when I was in Germany as well.
Right. So anyone want to share?
For Singapore is have like a blue walking networks. It's like a park เหมือนสวนจตุจักรอะไรประมาณนี้ค่ะ and เหมือน the Singapore they like that is like เหมือนประมาณว่ามันเป็นคำคติของเขาว่าแบบว่าเขาจะต้องกรีนอะไรประมาณนี้ก็จะมีไลค์กับเหมือน parking ก็จะเหมือนมีต้นไม้แบบเป็นระเบียงอะค่ะเต็มปลูกเอาไว้อะไรเงี้ยตามจุดต่างๆand they have like a lot of park or walking they have a lot of the green or tree or something kind of เหมือนมีสวนหย่อมเยอะในประเทศเลยอะค่ะ This have the everywhere or in Singapore but Singapore is a very small country so if you go like you have saw this is a park this is a park this is a park but it's not a park it's not a reality park in the Singapore but it's just like เหมือนแบบอย่างนี้กฎหมายว่าจะต้องมีพื้นที่สีเขียวตามแต่ละอาคารอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะเพราะฉะนั้น they always have the space like when you have the soul strength from the work or the study they can go some kind of the space เหมือนเขาจัดพื้นที่ไว้ให้ตรงนี้อยู่แล้วของแต่ละอาคารอะไรอย่างเงี้ยอันนี้
I don't know about but for my experience when I was in Singapore I was like I felt like no I don't see that much that's mostly like city everywhere I go I feel like I'm in the city all the time like I see buildings people smoking that's my experience in Singapore I just see like traffic
Yes, and have some kind of traffic.
houses. I don't see much green space.
Yes,
For me,
but
not back then, like many
yes.
I would say for a decade, but I don't know now, no. I don't
Yeah,
know now.
it's we like that they have เหมือนเพิ่งมามีธีมนี้ว่าแบบว่า 2-3 ปีที่แล้ว and they คล้ายไลท์เลยแบบเหมือนมันมีตึกใหม่ขายกับแบบ parking ตัวใหม่ที่เขาเพิ่งมาค่ะอาจารย์แล้วก็แบบว่าเหมือนรณรงค์ให้เหมือนแบบว่าปลูกต้นไม้ตึกเริ่มมาทาสีเขียว แต่ไม่รู้ว่าตอนนี้เป็นไงเหมือนกันแต่เห็นแบบตามเน็ตเขาบอกว่ามีประมาณนี้อยู่อะไรอย่างนี้
Surprisingly, in
Yes.
Taiwan that I lived in Taiwan, so it's quite like nothing about this green space. You can see lots of you can see because in Taiwan there's a lot of highlands. Most places they like built upon the upon mountains or cliffs in Taiwan, or especially in Taipei. When you walk, you can feel you don't walk in the very even floor. When you walk, you feel like sometimes you walk up the hill, but you don't feel that. That's why sometimes you feel like when you walk along the street to shopping, walk in walking street or walk to see nature, so you feel more tired to a certain extent because it just like floors or land. Their land is not like the even. อันนี้ในไต้หวันนะในไต้หวันเวลาหนูเดินไปไหนมาไหนอะไรเงี้ยครับหนูจะรู้สึกได้เลยว่าแบบพื้นมันไม่เท่ากันตลอดเวลาเพราะว่าส่วนใหญ่ที่เขาสร้างอยู่เขาจะสร้างอยู่บนเขาหมดมันจะเป็นภูเขาเป็นเนินเป็นอะไรพวกนี้ครับ and their building is built to prepare for one thing อ่ะครูให้ลองทายดูอันนี้ครูทายแล้วกันเนาะไต้หวันน่ะตึกเขาต้องสร้างเพื่อรองรับเหตุการณ์หนึ่งคืออะไร
แผ่นดินไหวป่ะครับ
yes earthquake นะครับตึกเขาสร้างไว้เพื่อรองรับแผ่นดินไหว I would say earthquake is very common in Taiwan งงว่าอันนี้จริงๆนะ earthquake is very very common in Taiwan common แบบ common มากๆเลยอ่ะคือแบบวันๆหนึ่งอาจจะรู้สึกได้ว่าแบบ2 ริกเตอร์1 ริกเตอร์อะไรอย่างเงี้ยครับมันจะรู้สึกได้แบบสั่นๆขยับเป็นน้ำจิ้มอะไรอย่างเงี้ยจริงๆนะรู้สึกตลอดเวลาจริงๆตอนแรกครูก็งงเหมือนกัน when I was stay there so I felt like why am I feeling dizzy or do I have a headache something like that why I feel like something is shaking all the time something like that so I was like okay so they have lots of earthquakes in Taiwan นะครับแอนเป็นเรื่องปกตินะเป็นเรื่องปกติเลยนะครับแต่จะเริ่มไม่ปกติถ้าเริ่มแบบ5 ริกเตอร์6 ริกเตอร์อย่างเงี้ยจะเริ่มไม่ปกติแล้วนะครับ I have experienced several times นะคือสะพานแบบได้ยินเสียงควีกเลยอะcreaking ได้ยินเสียงสะพานแบบขยับแบบเหมือนสะพานจะแตกเลยอ่ะจริงๆสะพานแบบสะพานใหญ่ๆเลยนะเหมือนสะพานแม่น้ำข้ามแม่น้ำเจ้าพระยาอะไรเงี้ยแล้วคือแบบมันสควีกเลยอ่ะ That's my experience as well นะอีกคนหนึ่งจะแชร์ไหมครับอยากให้คุณพูดคนเดียวนะ
อาจารย์คะแล้วแต่ว่าที่เยอรมันเป็นยังไงบ้างอะคะ
Okay. In Germany, because I stay in Edinburgh, it's just like very, very small city in Germany, and you can see, I even see air. รู้จัก air ไหมครับ HAIR hair คือกระต่ายตัวใหญ่ๆI even see air running across the street, and lots of green space.Like all over and they're like you can see woods all the time คือได้เห็นป่าตลอดเวลาเลยครับจริงๆแล้วเห็นกระต่ายเห็นอะไรพวกนี้ตลอดเวลาเลยจริงๆนะนกนึกกระต่ายอะไรพวกนี้ปลาเปลืออะไรอย่างเงี้ยคือแบบ very very natural and I say one experience as well lots of my friends they are from European countries, right? And when they ask me, what do you do? What do you usually do after work or after school? What do you do? So for me, because I was born in Bangkok, right? So basically, when we after school, so where do we go? We go to a game center. We go to a cafe. We go to a mall, right? And we hang out in the cafe. We eat with friends. We go to like a night market, right? They ask me and they wonder why. Because I can say like, can you recommend where for us to go, like the park or something like that? I was like, the first thing I thought like, no, we don't really have park. It's very far. And why do you want to go there? They say like, we don't like malls. And basically back in our country, when we after work, we go to park, we have a picnic. We go home, grab some food, we go out, and then we go to some greenery places all the time. And I would say, even now, I talk to my friend in European countries, like in Estonia, in Finland, they still go and have barbecue in the park. They go to the lake, to the beach. After work, something like that. They hang out with friends after work, like in the park all the time. They don't go to this kind of things นะครับอันนี้คือ experience ของครูเลยจริงๆนะเพื่อนก็จะแบบเลิกเรียนก็จะไม่ไปมอลล์ไม่ไปอะไรพวกนี้ก็จะแบบไปสวนสาธารณะกันไปเดินเล่นไปวิ่งกันไปแบบอะไรพวกนี้ในป่ากัน even in the state ที่ถ้า in the state นะ in some state they just like okay after work let's go hiking ไปไฮค์กัน2-3 ชั่วโมงอะไรอย่างเงี้ยครูก็มี experience นั้นเหมือนกัน after work my friend asked me like okay are you ready because we get off from work like 4 in the evening and then they just like yeah let's go hiking and tonight we can go camping something like that I was like oh my god that's so fun they say like that คือแบบ go camping คือแบบ as I taught you they have lots of campsite yeah and then they have like outdoor festival and because I live in New Hampshire so they have this kind of thing as well have you ever heard about NASCAR รู้จัก NASCAR ไหมแต่ว่ารถแข่งที่มันวิ่งเป็นวงกลมอะครับ they go round and then they crash each other or something like that I even had an experience to stay in that stadium as well but in a small scale like people they build their car and they race together in a race field yeah and they have like it's very big one and then you see like คือหนูเห็นเหมือนในหนังเลยอ่ะคือแบบขับแทรคเตอร์มาหรือขับรถมาทรัคมาแล้วมีเทรลเลอร์ข้างแล้วมีแบบมีคอนเทนเนอร์ข้างหลังอ่ะคือแบบคอนเทนเนอร์ด้านหลังนี่คือแบบ they fill with the automobiles tools and they invented race car something like that yet at the back and they have like they sell beer popcorn and people hang out like in the woods in the stadium that's very natural even they took me to they say okay today we don't have to work let's go to the beach and as we can see when we talk about beach in Thailand so we expect something like Pattaya or something in Phuket right beach with white sand right blue lake something like blue water right sea you can see like blue sky something like that but for my experience for my friend when they talk about sea they just go into the woods and they have like this one is likeวันนี้เลยนะ it's like in the movie เลยนะ you go cut through the woods that's two sides they have like lots of high trees and when you get to the point the beach that they talk about it's just like the open space and they have like a huge lake as you can see in the movie เลยครับ that's something like that and they just like yeah this is our beach I said what is it a beach I can say no if you say like that in Thailand we just call lake you have to go to Thailand and see the beach it's totally different but they call that the beach นะครับเป็นอย่างนั้นเป็นเหมือนในหนังที่หนูเห็นเลยหนังเหมือนแบบไอ้ Lord of the Ring อ่ะอยู่เคยเห็นป่ะที่แบบเดินเข้าไปเดินตัดป่าพอตัดป่าเสร็จปุ๊บเป็นทะเลสาบกว้างๆอ่ะ แล้วมีภูเขาอ่ะนั่นน่ะคือเพื่อนพาไปอย่างนั้นเลยอะครับ แล้วมันบอกว่าเป็นบีชเวลามันไม่ไปเที่ยวกันมันก็จะไปพวกนี้กันครับ คือมันจะมีกิจกรรมทำพวกนี้ตลอดมันจะไม่แบบมันจะพูดเลยว่า they don't go to malls they don't hang out in cafes they don't do something like that เนาะเพราะเพื่อนครูเวลาครูคุยกับมันก็เหมือนtoday I go to the backyard of my friend and then we hang out we drink something like that and we have a picnic today my friend even as you know in Western countries เนาะnow this is summer time right or spring เป็นนี่แล้วเป็น fall แล้วเนาะใช่ไหม my friend in Estonia เนาะ she goes to the woods and pick up some berries and mushrooms yeah and then they come back and cook คือเข้าไปในป่าไปเก็บพวกแบบ raspberry gooseberry แล้วก็ mushroom ต่างๆไปเก็บในป่าเลยแล้วก็เอามาทำอาหารกินกันแล้วก็ไปทำบาร์บีคิวกินกันอะไรอย่างเงี้ยคือวันนี้ไปไหนมาวันนี้ไปขี่จักรยานมาไปขี่จักรยานเข้าป่ามาแล้วก็ไปเก็บเบอร์รี่มาไปเก็บมัชรูมมาอะไรอย่างเงี้ยครับเนี่ยคือแอคทิวิตี้ของเขา in western countries เนาะอันนี้พูดจริงๆอันนี้คือเลยพอหนูพูดขึ้นมาเรื่องแบบ inspiring อะไรอย่างเงี้ยใน Germany so just like I can relate everything like that นะครับwhen I live in Finland as well so basically we just go to a park hang out for me after work when I was in Finland after work I just go to the big canal in the city because I stay in Turku I live in Turku it's just like the southern country of Finland and after work we just grab some food and sit along the bridge and hang out with friends that's what we did back in Finland yeah
Good sounds good.
Okay, let's you talk first.
Yes you can talk first
Oh, okay. Right now I feel so jealously. Why Thailand don't have some places like that? If you have some place like that, it would be so much great. If like you are in the movie and you can hang out with your friend, not just like you stay just in the building. You go from school, it's like a building, and you go to relax place. You are like the building. But if another place is like in Germany or in Finland, it's very good.
Yeah, and the buildings they are covered with like they mostly they just like they have lots of green space and you can see things like they build upon nature. They don't take down nature and they build something like in Thailand, no, right?
Like
in Thailand,
with
just
nature.
like we take down nature first and then we bring city into nature, right? But over there, they just like build upon nature. They try to adapt everything. And as you know, in Finland, they are well known about forestry. อันนี้รู้ใช่ไหมครับ ถ้าหนูอยากเรียน อันนี้ฝากบอกไว้แล้วกันนะเผื่อมีใครอยากไปเรียนเนาะ ถ้าใครอยากเรียนเรื่องพวกป่าไม้ เรื่องพวกแบบธรรมชาตินะครับ ต้องไปฟินแลนด์นะครับ ต้องไปฟินแลนด์เลย เพราะว่า they are well known about forestry in this discipline ครับ เขาแบบดังมากเรื่องป่า เรื่องไม้ เรื่องอะไรพวกนี้ครับ จะดังมากเรื่องธรรมชาติเรื่องอะไรพวกนี้ คือแนะนำให้ไปฟินแลนด์ครับ ถ้าสนใจนะ forestry อะไรพวกนี้ครับ ไปต่อก็ไปต่อที่นั่นได้นะครับ but you know นะ Germany ก็ engineering right technology นะ engineering นะครับแล้วไม่เยอรมันก็ไม่ Germany ก็ Japan เนาะ right technology
Thank you for sharing. So the next, let's take a look about the organization that relate to advertising or promote in German.
I can see your reaction when I talked about my experience in Finland or in Germany. You just like,
feel
oh
very
my
nice. I really missing about nature, woods, forests,
yeah.
very very much.
ตอนนี้ครูก็พยายามเหมือนกันนะเนี่ยหลังเย็นๆเนี่ยครูก็พยายามหาสวน เขียวๆไปเดินหาเหมือนกันไม่ไหวเหมือนกัน อยู่แต่ในเมืองไม่ไหว
ไม่ใช่ของอุ
Okay. Now it is about the organization. It is about German National Tourist Board, or it's called GNTB. This is the central organization for marketing in Germany as a travel destination in the international market. So this organization coming with many interesting campaigns to promote this country. For example, the latest event that is one of the biggest event that happened in Germany. It is about celebrate 250 years of Beethoven. You can look like this. First, did everyone knows about Beethoven or heard it before?
Just a little bit I know he's
Yeah.
deaf
แบบมีใครพอรู้จักไหมเพลงคลาสสิกหลายๆเพลงหรืออะไรอย่างนี้
Yes, I heard it a lot.
yeah he's deaf
Yeah.
as well right he's very
So
talented musician
yes, Beethoven or Ludwig van Beethoven is the composer หรือก็คือเป็นนักประพันธ์ or pianist ก็คือนักเปียโน that's produced many well-known symphony like Fifth Symphony or Third Symphony, and this is like a web page that promotes about hashtag discover Beethoven with BTHBN 2020. Let's take a look at their promote video first.
when I see the video I miss traveling
As you can see, it meant about BTHVN. Okay, as you guys see, this is about celebrating 250 years of Beethoven. And this is the event that will guide you to take a stroll in Beethoven footsteps in Bonn. What is Bonn? Bonn is like the city that is hometown of Beethoven. and it is the 5th place of must-see destination. And now let's focus about BTHVN as in its webpage and in its video. So you can see like this. And B is stand for Bonner World Burger, or it means born citizen of the world. It is about find what connects Beethoven to this born or this city. And they have many articles that you can read about it. The next letter is T. T is stand for Tokesler in German. So it means a sound of artist. And H is mean humanist. V is stand for visionary or visionary. And the last N is about nature front, or it means nature lover. As you see, these 5 letters are the concepts of the traveling that you will get it, and you will find along the journal of Beethoven route. And it's not only have about the guide that a related place to the Beethoven to promote the city, it's also have about podcast. And I think this is the feature that's suitable for the traveler, because when you have to go to somewhere, you take a bus or take a ride and you can listen to it, or you get into that place and you can find what this place look like or the history of that place. So let's listen about it for a sec.
250 years of Beethoven. Welcome to a tour of Bonn that traces the steps of the great musical genius.
Bonn ist Beethoven, weil hier die Musik spielt. Bonn is Beethoven. Bonn is Beethoven because this is where his music lives on. But his innovation, his internationality, and his closeness to nature can be connected directly to the city of Bonn. Our university, where he himself played, is a good case in point. People from 180 different countries live in Bonn. Bonn is the smallest cosmopolitan city in the world. I'm sure Ludwig van Beethoven would have liked that very much.
Stadt der Welt, das hätte Ludwig van Beethoven bestimmt auch sehr, sehr gut gefallen.
This is what the mayor of Bonn, Ashok Swadaran, believes. Even 250 years later on, the famous composer would still recognize his birthplace at 1515 Bongasse. Dr. Nicole Kampkin, the museum director of the Beethoven House Museum, is certain of that.
Like this. And you can see they have 6 destinations with 6 podcasts that you can listen to it. And you can join the history, story, and point of view of people around there. And GNTV not only have a big campaign like this, but also have produced many kinds of interesting articles to catch all of the travelers too. So this is the main page, web page of GNTV, or German National Tourist Board. You can find that it has many interesting articles, or you can search what theme or what keyword that you want to look at and relate it to German. For me, like I want to look at about street art. I can look it and find many articles. For example, I look at the street art is taking over the city. For this organization, they produce an article that related to interesting art and street art, like Pink Man and Fraternal Kiss. It like this picture. It is one of the famous street art that talk about reconciliation and freedom ก็คือเหมือนกับเป็น ภาพอาร์ตที่พูดเกี่ยวกับอิสรภาพแล้วก็แบบความมีอิสระในการทำอะไรอย่างนี้ซึ่งไอตัวเว็บของอันเนี้ยเขาก็จะหยิบจับพอยต์ต่างๆที่เป็นกิมมิคเล็กๆน้อยๆเอามาพูดด้วย แล้วก็เป็นการโปรโมทไปในตัว or like Hall of Fame I think you guys already heard it before it's located in Frankfurt so what it look like it is like this to someone you might see it is like just a graffiti or stencil or chemical damage but to some person they view it as an art and you can see that it is a long and countless of graffiti that you can find and for this organization they pick up the small components or the interesting things that hide in the Germany and they write it and you can read it or find what you're interested in and it is not only have an article that about an art but it is many kinds of article that you can find and related to Germany and can lure you to come and travel this place. As you can see, this organization is making picking the gimmick and interesting things for German and I think this is a kind of idea that it goes to promote and it not make you feel boring because you can get all the knowledge or fun fact or the hiding things that in that place and you can it make you interesting in to come to travel this country more and more so for my questions I want to ask in your country what is the way of your picking country that to promote their own country or if they have any interesting thing or way to present or advertising their country ก็สำหรับในคำถามของเราเนาะก็อยากจะถามทุกคนว่าแบบในประเทศของที่ทุกคนเลือกเนี่ยมันมีแบบวิธีการในการโปรโมทประเทศตัวเองยังไงบ้างไหมเพราะว่าอย่างของเยอรมันเนี่ยก็จะมี organization สำหรับในการโปรโมทผ่านทาง article หรือว่า event หรือว่าแบบคนดังคนสำคัญอะไรแบบนี้ แบบทุกคนใช้ได้เลยนะแบบผ่านเว็บเฉยๆก็ได้หรือว่าบางคนจะมาเป็นแบบเป็นทัวร์แล้วก็มีการที่แบบทัวร์เขาขายประเทศพรีเซนต์ประเทศอะไรแบบนี้ก็ได้
I want to talk now but I just let you guys talk first อยากจะพูดนะเราพูดก่อน
In Sweden, we use online platform to advertising some campaign or marketing to inspire the foreigner to visit their country. And they use many different ways to, attract คือดึงดูดอะครับ ใช้พวกสื่อออนไลน์อะไรพวกเนี้ยโปรโมทอะไรดึงดูดคนให้มาเที่ยวครับ
Yes, also in Germany we also have the website for promoting like about do you know the Oktoberfest like my friends that have said previously they also have their own website and it's like an official website for this festival แบบสำหรับเฟสติวัลนี้โดยเฉพาะเลยอะค่ะแบบ in the website they will have all the information news event date workshop in so much many things and my friend is this yes this one you can see in this website there if you go to the oktoberfest.de, you can see that there is the countdown one in the font like this to promote. And if you scroll down, they have many information like this. Okay, if they have a highlight also, you can see that it's like a big tent, this one, and they also have the video and the picture from the many years ago. This, okay, you can check the information from their event or for the shop, like the beer, and you can see in that internet. If have like ของที่ระลึกกลับบ้านได้ด้วย and moreover the website it also have the application too. You can download in the same name as the website, and this moreover that you can see it has a Facebook and Instagram. If anyone interested in this festival, you can also follow, like and share, subscribe like this. And teacher, do you want to share something?
Okay. Let me say like the okay, let me say this one first. When we talk about like the when we talk about Taiwan, nah, I would say Taiwan, nah, they advertise things through culture. They put up like the aborigines, native people, nah, dancing, arts, culture. They advertise through that, and also they advertise like the there through the as you can see, from Taiwan, they use a lot of like social media and in Taiwan they advertise lots of natural spaces or areas as well. They just say like, yeah, you should visit this temple, you should go to this museum, you should go to this mountainous area, something like that. Not like Jiufen, like Jiufen, like the go to the south of Taiwan, something like that. They use culture, they use nature to promote their travel, to attract people, tourists to come in Taiwan. So you see like they say like, yeah, but nowadays you don't hear much, because in the past when you hear something about Taiwan, so you see like Sun Moon Lake, right? But not anymore. Nowadays it's not just Sun Moon Lake anymore, because I went there and there's nothing. I don't see anything at all. It's just like a lake. That's it for me. But yeah, there's other places that more interesting. Now, if you go to the south, you can explore the woods, you can explore nature, and you can see like the Rainbow Village, something like that. They have something like this as well. It's quite interesting, more interesting, and you can explore their local culture, because there are two different kinds, because I would say they live with their local tribe. กูใช้คำนี้เลยนะครับ in Taiwan they still have their tribe เขามีด้วยนะครับเป็นคนชนเผ่าเลยอยู่กับชนเผ่าจริงๆนะครับ but they live in mountainous area. They have like a location that they live นะครับพวก Taiwanese เลยเขาก็อยู่อย่างนั้นแล้วเขาก็จะแบบมี promotion like มี dancing มีอะไรพวกนี้เข้ามาเขาใช้โปรโมทตรงนี้ด้วยเป็นส่วนหนึ่งของที่ไต้หวันนะครับอันนี้นิดนึงแล้วก็เมื่อกี้เพิ่งเจอพอดีอันนี้แอบนะครับ in Netherlands ไม่มีกลุ่มไหนเป็น Netherlands ใช่ไหม but as you know they have official website ด้วยนะครับ as I talked about, right, you know that Netherlands they have like they are free in terms of marijuana หรือ weed and prostitution, right? They even have this one, Cannabis World Cup Festival in Amsterdam. they have official website นะครับ that then you can book the ticket and then you can join the you can go and smoke weed over there for 3 days straight เนี่ย for 3 days straight
what do they competing
I don't know นะ you have to go and read นะลอง try ดูก็ได้ครับเนี่ย
Just go and
official
hide.
is a 3-day celebration of cannabis culture นะ showing world leading brands product pioneers workshop technology music food fashion they compete like technology in grow weed มั้ง something like that and quality of the weed or something like that cannabis so you can get high 3 days straight นะ for free if you go there นะ after paying for the ticket so you can go there นะ for Germany right for Germany you go and get drunk right but for the Netherlands นะ for the Netherlands you can go and get high for 3 days นะครับ if you are interested นะ so you just search for that นะ weed festival นะ and then you check it out นะวางแผนไว้ก็ได้นะปี 2022 นะเนี่ยเห็นนะ2022 นะอาจจะอยากไปนะ นะครับ this one I want to share นะ something that you may not know about this just like in Western countries อันนี้เป็น the other thing ครับ that we advertise promotion ครับ อันนี้มันจะออกจะเป็นแบบgroup specific หน่อยนะเฉพาะกลุ่มนิดนึงนะแต่ถ้าสนใจก็ไปหา inspiration จากนั้นนะไปลอยๆตรงนั้นกันหน่อยนะไปได้ไอเดียอะไรอย่างนี้กลับมา3 วันสวยๆนะครับ
Thank you, teacher, to show one way to get high.
Good way to get high นะ I have one story นะ that's very funny my friend he back in the state เนาะ when I returned from the state he told me it's what a joke นะ he got arrested in his house while he was high คือมัน smoke weed กันแบบแรงมากในบ้านมันแล้วอยู่ดีมันโดนจับแล้วมันก็เมา มันโดนจับในบ้านแต่ weed in the state นะครับ some state they both like them they have a good weed นะแต่จริงคนที่ใน smoke weed ถ้าไปที่อเมริกาบางจุดนะครับไปจริงเขาจะบอกเลยว่าแบบกัญชาตรงเนี้ยมันดีมากของมันดีมากจริงเพราะว่า some of my friends นะ Thai friend นะ they smoke weed in Thailand and when they travel with me go to the States and then they smoke weed over there they can tell the differences between weed in Thailand and weed over there โอ้ยที่นั่นเขาทำเป็นอุตสาหกรรมเลยนะจริงๆห้องแบบ they build the room แบบอย่างดีเลยปลูกวีดกันแบบโอ้ยแล้ววีดเขาจะแบบต้องซื้อจากเจ้านี้นะเจ้านี้จะโอเคอันนี้พูดไว้แอบพูดไว้นิดนึงนะในเมืองไทยเหมือนกันครับต้องแบบเพื่อนครูเวลาจะสโมกอะไรพวกนี้นะก็จะแบบมีต้องไปซื้อที่กับคนนี้นะของจะได้แบบของโอเคกว่าของร้านนี้อะไรแบบนี้เพื่อได้แบบของที่มันสตรองกว่าหรือแบบของที่มันแบบ high quality กว่าอะไรอย่างเงี้ยครับเป็นอย่างนั้นเหมือนกันเนาะถ้าอยากได้อะไรก็หลังไมค์มาแล้วกันนะ ตามนี้ครับก็นิดๆหน่อยๆเนาะก็มีอะไรแชร์ถ้าพูดถึงวีได้ก็นิดๆหน่อยๆได้ประมาณนี้ครับแล้วก็อย่างพูดจริงๆถ้าพูดจริงๆครับคือ after work ก็จะแบบ backyard ครับส่วนใหญ่ถ้าไม่ได้ไปแบบ green space จริงๆก็ backyard beer backyard เนี่ย barbecue hang out sit and talk about work something like that ครับแล้วก็แพลนว่าจะแบบไปพิกนิกที่ไหนนู่นนั่นนี่อะไรแบบนี้มากกว่า no cafe ครับ no cafe hopping no mall hopping ครับ no ครับ that's my experience ครับ
Okay, thank you for your sharing. And now that bring the presentation of our information to the end. Thank you for all of your attention. But before we are landing to our destination, I will hand over to the captain and the co-captain to say something first.
The flight has now arrived at Munich International Airport, Germany. Local time 9 p.m. on 5th November. Outside temperature is 7 degrees Celsius with a little foggy. Along the flight, you have known much about German cultures and advertisements. About the cultures, about the language, German is the most spoken language in European in the EU and have genders in the language. For example, Guten Morgen is mean the good morning. Guten Tag is mean good afternoon. About the manners while eating, you have to study carefully before you have a dinner or have a breakfast or have a meal with German people to make yourself be polite. Do not hold loud conversations at the dinner tables or always say Guten Appetit before eating the meals. And the next about festival, we have many festivals like my friend have said. We have October festivals, which people have free to drink beers and get drunk. About the advertisements and promotions, Germans have mottos or a quote that is a campaign to promote German tourism, which is called German Simply Inspiring, like my friend has mentioned before. And we have a website, German Travel by GNBTs, and the Oktoberfest website, as my friend has shown in the beginnings. We can visit there and have lots of information there. Finally, I want to say thank you very much for your trust in our airlines, and I have a great honor to be your captains. Enjoy your trip in Munich. Off with the Hessen. Goodbye and thank you.
ขณะนี้เครื่องบินของเราได้ถึงท่าอากาศยานนานาชาติมิวนิกประเทศเยอรมนีเป็นที่เรียบร้อยแล้ว ขณะนี้เป็นเวลา 9 นาฬิกาวันที่ 5 พฤศจิกายน สภาพอากาศภายนอกมีหมอกเล็กน้อย อุณหภูมิ 7 องศาเซลเซียส ทางสายการบิน Aviaji Airline ขอขอบพระคุณทุกท่านที่ให้ความไว้วางใจในสายการบินของเรา และขอให้ทุกท่านเดินทางโดยสวัสดิภาพ มีความสุขกับการท่องเที่ยวในมิวนิก พวกเราหวังเป็นอย่างยิ่งว่าจะได้มีโอกาสต้อนรับท่านอีก ขอบคุณและสวัสดีค่ะ
Hello Airline นะ Okay. Okay, good. Okay, thank you very much ครับ for your discussion นะ and then you lead it's quite stimulating นะครับ to a certain extent นะครับ ขอบคุณมากครูยกมือให้ด้วยขอบมือด้วยเลยขอบคุณมากสำหรับ flight attendants and the and airlines crew นะ thank you very much นะครับ for talking I would say นะ it's not just presenting นะ discussing sharing ideas about facts and all the cultures that we have learned นะ we have learned a lot from the things นะ and we can see from different angle different ideas that came from this one นะ so you see right it's quite stimulating เนาะ and it's quite inspiring when we talk about you can say this one inspiring as well right now when I see some of these places that you show us นะครับ you show us about these places inspire me I want to go again นะ it's like the some of the all the memories that I have in the Western countries that like they bring back memory นะครับ walk down memory lane เลยอะ I would say นะครับ this expression like I walk down memory lane I can see like I can relate with all the things that I have experienced นะครับ it's quite pleasurable นะ satisfactory enjoyable นะครับเนาะ so in this case นะครับ you have any further remarks or any other additional information you want to share regarding promotion and culture it doesn't have to be culture and promotion นะ it can be any other things that you wish to share with friends นะครับ regarding your own selected countries or your own experience it's okay too นะครับ you can share นะครับ in this นะครับ in this time นะครับ anyoneนี่ครับดูแล้วก็สนุกดีเนาะนึกแล้วก็แบบอยากไปอีกอ่ะกูก็มี I have lots of photos นะ but yeah, if you want to see it, so just ask me later, so I can share lots of photos. Like I went there, because I've been to like France, Finland, Sweden ด้วย as well, Netherlands, Germany, Italy กูว่าประเทศที่พวกเราเลือกมาทั้งหมดกูไปมาหมดแล้วมั้งexcept Japan, New Zealand and South Korea 3 ประเทศนี้กูยังไม่เคยไปนะครับ but other countries that you have selected I believe that I went there. I've been there. Now Singapore, right? Singapore, Germany and Sweden, I've been there already. So most of the thing I talk based on my experience ถ้ายิ่งใน the States นะครับ in the States นี่ไม่ต้องเจอแค่ air ไม่ต้องเจอไอ้นี่not only rabbits I would say you can see bears and mooses ของครูนี่เจอหนักๆเลยก็คือเจอหมีมาลื้อถังขยะครับจริงจังเลยหลังขยะหลังบ้านหมีbear big bear came down from the mountain and grab some food in the trash can นะครับแล้วก็ I see moose was roadkill นะครับกูก็seeกวางมูสตัวใหญ่ๆนะครับโดนรถชนตายอยู่กลางถนนก็มีนะครับอันนี้กูก็เห็นมาแล้วแล้วก็มีแบบรถกลางทางเลยก็คือแบบมีเด็กติดอยู่ในป่าก็มีนะครับเหมือน emergency เดี๋ยวเล่าให้ฟังไว้เล่าให้ฟังแล้วกันนะครับ next week next week we're gonna talk about emergency and help right นะครับ I have experience I have encountered this situation when I was in the States as well นะครับ emergency help เนี่ยครูไปเจอมาที่ States นะครับเจอมาเป็นแบบ it's like in a movie เลยเดี๋ยวเล่าให้ฟังนะ next week นะครับเตือนคุณด้วยแล้วกันนะเดี๋ยวจะบอกให้ฟังเห็นแล้วแบบโอ้อย่างนี้เลยเหรออะไรแบบนี้เลยนะเหมือนนั่งดูหนังอยู่เลยอะไรอย่างนี้นะตามนั้นแหละครับ anything else ให้ครูพูดก็เหมือนครูพูดอยู่คนเดียวเหมือนครูก็ลาอยู่คนเดียวคนอื่นก็ขอบคุณมากครับคนอื่นมีไหมไม่มีเนาะก็หวังว่าคงจะสนุกกันเนาะ Friday เนาะก็ like เป็น relaxing class เนาะก็อันนี้ก็ได้เห็นนู่นนั่นได้เหมือนไปเที่ยวกันเนาะนะครับก็รอแล้วกันเนาะแต่กูอยากที่เราจะบอกว่าแอบอิจฉามากเพื่อนกำลังจะมาแล้วเหมือนกันเป็นคนเยอรมันนะครับเพื่อนสนิทคุณนี่แหละเดี๋ยวมันมาแล้วมันยิงมาหาคุณแล้วเจอกูแน่ November มันบอกนี้เลยเจอกูแน่ November ไม่พลาดแน่ๆนะครับมันต้องเจอกันแน่นะครับถ้าใครแบบนี่ก็นะครับเดี๋ยวจะเห็นในโซเชียลมีเดียครูอาจจะโพสต์ว่าไปเจอเพื่อนครูมาแล้วอะไรอย่างนี้นะเดี๋ยวก่อนนะครับกำลังจะกลับมาแล้วเพื่อนครูมันบอกเบื่อมากอยู่เบอร์ลินที่นู่นเบื่อมากเดี๋ยวก่อนเดี๋ยวจะกลับมามันอยู่จนมันจะเป็นคนไทยอยู่แล้วนะโอเคตามนั้นแหละครับมีอะไรไหมมีอะไรจะถามสงสัยไหม next week นะครับ we're gonna talk about help and emergency เนาะ so you're gonna know how to just take care of yourself when it comes to traveling accidents นะครับ and other things you may know more than me นะ in case of emergency and medical stuff เนาะ but we can share all together I'll just talk in terms of linguistic เนาะ okay but if you have something that you feel like it's important นะครับ regarding medical aspects so we can share all together นะ or you can just add something นะครับเนาะ next week นะ it's gonna be about like the consular เนาะ some kind of legal stuff something like that ครับ visa help เนาะ some this thing นะครับโอเคขอบคุณมากเลยทุกคนที่มาร่วมกันแชร์ไอเดียนะครับมาช่วยกันอภิปรายกันเนาะกูพูดอย่างนี้ดีกว่าอภิปรายดีกว่านะครับเนาะไม่ได้แบบมาพรีเซนต์อะไรหรอกเนาะก็มาแบ่งปันไอเดียกันว่าให้รู้อะไรกันนะครับขอบคุณมากเลยสนุกเนาะก็ดีนะครับมีอะไรเห็นได้กันเยอะแยะอะไรแบบนี้แล้วกันนะครับดีแล้วครับขอบคุณมากนะครับขอบคุณมากเลยทุกคนกราบขอบคุณมากเอามือประกบกัน2ทีนะครับแล้วก็ถ้าไม่มีอะไรแล้วเนาะอาทิตย์หน้านะครับก็เจอกันเวลาเดิมนะครับก็จะพูดถึงเรื่องอาทิตย์หน้าก็จะเกี่ยวกับพวกเรื่องการ ช่วยเหลืออะไรพวกนี้แหละนะครับแล้วก็จะมีพูดถึงเรื่องกับวีซ่านู่นนั่นนี่คอนซูล่าพวกเกี่ยวกับการทูตอะไรอย่างนี้นิดๆหน่อยๆอะไรอย่างเงี้ยนะครับแล้วเดี๋ยวเรามาดูกันว่าเราจะมีอะไรแชร์กันด้วยครูก็มี experience ที่อยากจะเล่าเหมือนกันไปเจอมาเหมือนกันก็ตกใจเหมือนกันนะติดนานแบบนี้นะครับขนาดอยู่ในรัฐที่แบบเป็นป่าแล้วนะยังเจออะไรแบบนี้เหมือนกันนะครับโอเคงั้นตามนั้นไม่มีอะไรแล้วนะขอบคุณมากนะครับรู้ว่าทุกคนเหนื่อยกันสนุกกันเนาะนะครับก็ไปพักผ่อนนะครับ enjoy your weekend นะครับขอบคุณมากเลยนะครับแล้วเราเจอกันอาทิตย์หน้ามีอะไรก็ทักมานะครับเจอกูได้ในโลกออนไลน์นะเจอกันโซเชียลมีเดียแล้วกันนะครับมีอะไรก็ทักมาแล้วกันนะครับอยากให้ช่วยอะไรหรืออยากรู้อะไรเพิ่มเติมก็ทักมาแล้วกันเนาะเรื่องวีดหรือเปล่านะไม่รู้นะครับโอเคตามนั้นนะครับ enjoy your evening and the rest of the week นะครับ I'll see you next day เนาะบายบายนะครับ everyone บายบาย
Thank you teacher